There, trainers, your friendly neighborhood outlaw Johnny Starwin here. Sorry about the wind and everything and all the extra noise. Just wanted to do a quick little video before heading into work. And okay, I'm gonna have to come out there and say it. I mean, if Sarah B is posting about it, and a bunch of Poketubers are talking about it, I might as well talk about it too. The upcoming Switch game rumors and leaks. Leaks. Yeah, I know, air quotes and all. But yes, the rumored upcoming Switch game, which has no official announcement as of yet, lots of speculation behind it, but a lot of very convenient stuff being put out by Junichi Masuda, and a lot of things that are teasing the idea of, yeah, this rumor, this leak might actually be the real thing. So the leak started about a month or so ago, if I'm not mistaken, to where somebody posted that what will be announced at E3 would be the Pokemon game for the Switch, which will be a core series game, but along the lines of a yellow release. It is going to be a rehash of the red, blue, and yellow series. There was no official name released at that time, but all it was it's a relaunch of Gen 1, essentially, but with all the flavors of Gens 1 through 7. So no true Gen 8 game as of yet. How soon till we get a Gen 8 game? I don't know. Maybe next year, maybe 2 years after. We'll wait and see. But, so a Gen 1 re-release, essentially, remake for, let me hang these up. A Gen 1 re-release for Pokemon on the Switch. Now, that's a pretty good idea, As much as Gen 8 would have been something cool to start off with, it's better to ease into that, and I find that a good idea. Don't start off with a full new series, launch into do a relaunch of a previous one. If you saw my video a while ago, a couple months ago, where I speculated what one of the possible games that the Switch game could be instead of a Gen 8 game, I did say a remake of Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. So instead of going that way, they decided to go with a relaunch of Gen 1. Okay, cool. I can buy that. Then, gotta let the light catch up to me. There we go. So, after that, a few weeks go by, and on what's it called? 4chan, someone posted up a picture of what the official title of this game is going to be, which is going to be Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Further speculating that this is a Gen 1 remake, but also more along the lines of a Pokemon Yellow remake, considering that in Pokemon Yellow, your starter was Pikachu. And if anyone knows the canon of the game, of the anime series and whatnot, what was Gary's choice? Ash chose Pikachu, and what did Gary chose? Gary chose an Eevee. So, that makes sense, especially with a lot of emphasis going on Eevee in the, Eevee is being pushed more to be an unofficial secondary mascot for the Pokemon series. With a lot of the evolutions, whenever a new game is launched, especially with X and Y, the Evolution Sylveon was pushed way out there as a focal point to be a game leak, as a introduction to a new character for the game. So, and also with Eevee being the center point, a central character in the upcoming Lugia movie for the 21st Pokemon movie, we're going to see a lot of stuff in regards to that. Now, so I actually like that. The fact that the Switch is going to have that, according to this, the Switch will have a double game version. 2 versions of the same game, keeping with the style of Pokemon as we know it. So, here's a question that I'm wondering about that. Will it actually be 2 separate cartridges? It's possible it could be 2 separate cartridges. It could also be 1 cartridge, and you can select which game you want to play on it. You know, kind of like how games have a hard mode and an easy mode. You can possibly choose, I want to play Pokemon, I want to play Pikachu one day, and it's like, okay, I got that far in the storyline, let's see how it changes on this other one. So then you can start up a separate game file for Pokemon Eevee. And maybe you can actually have a Pokemon save file for each game on the single cartridge. I don't know, but still only keep 1 save file per game. You know, to keep at least the classic feel of Pokemon gaming itself. You know, only 1 save file. Which, fun fact for anyone out there, the reason why you were only able to have 1 save file in the original Pokemon games is because, well, they needed all the space to handle all the Pokemon, as well as all the possible nicknames that all the Pokemon can have. So, because you were able to give Pokemon nicknames and able to catch all those Pokemon, they had to give you the space to save. They had to give you the space for that, so you couldn't have a secondary save file. So, fun fact for you. So, what do we have so far in regards to this game? Well, the rumors are getting really close. The rumors, no official leaked footage as of yet. There was one possible leaked image of a trainer riding a Lapras with another Pokemon with them. And people were speculating maybe it's the Switch, maybe not, because the graphics were sort of in between, as somebody put it, to where it sort of had like the in-between between X and Y and Sun and Moon. So, whether that image is true or false, don't know. But a lot of heavy speculation is going on towards, you know, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee being the official title. The official titles for the new series game, which I'm all for that. I do like the concept. It's an interesting idea. I wonder how they're gonna, if this truly is the aspect that they're going, what more can happen with it. Now, I think also during this time, considering that Niantic and Game Freak had been working together to try and have Pokemon being able to be transferred from Pokemon Go onto the core series games, it has been a thing there. It's through what I've seen through data mining, people who have data mined to see all sort of hidden aspects of the game that never came to fruition. Pokemon Go was one of the things that was a actual source for Pokemon to be sent from into the game series. So maybe the Switch will be able to link up with the Pokemon Trainer account since Pokemon Go can also sync up with the Pokemon Trainer account, and you'll be able to finally transfer your Pokemon from Pokemon Go into the upcoming game series. Don't know. It's a hope. Hopefully they'll be able to do that, because I want to be able to bring some of those Pokemon from my Pokemon Go into the actual game and see how they translate as viable characters to use in the Pokemon Core series. It's one of those interesting things that could happen, and I'd like to see happen, but it's neither here nor there. So far, that is the only real speculative information we have on Pokemon at this moment in time. But what do you guys and gals think? Is there a chance that we'll have this new game series, this new game for the Pokemon Switch, still slated to come out this year, be Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Pokemon Let's Go Eevee? What do you think of all the possible hidden messages that Junichi Masuda has been putting out there? Because he's been posting a lot of pictures which have come to fruition in the past, such as posting a picture of the moon in the daytime I believe it was about a week, or like as few as 3 days or so, to the announcement of Pokemon Sun and Moon. So, it's possible, but you never know. But yes, so what do you guys think? Is this what might happen? Are we getting Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee? What are your hopes and dreams for this? My personal hopes and dreams, even though it's having you possibly, more than likely, if this is the case, more than likely starting off with either an Eevee or a Pikachu, will we still have the capability of catching all the starters, all the Kanto starters, will it be sort of like the anime, to where you can run into them on your journeys, maybe through special trades with certain trainers, or through special events like the Squirtle Squad? More throwbacks to the anime. Will we be able to transfer our Pokemon from Pokemon Go? Will we be able to link up the Pokemon Switch to the Pokemon Bank and transfer all of our Pokemon from the previous generations onto it? Will Amiibos be a possible feature for this? Maybe a special costume for your Pikachu if you use the Detective Pikachu Amiibo. So there's that. I feel like there are so many possible questions that need to be answered soon, or else the Pokemon community is going to lose their mind. But speaking of Detective Pikachu earlier, if you haven't heard, Lionsgate Pictures is bringing out the Pokemon movie Detective Pikachu. So, where do I begin with that? If you haven't heard any news about that, it is going to be a live-action Pokemon movie with Ryan Reynolds as the voice of Pikachu. Yes, Ryan Reynolds as the voice of Pikachu. Much to the dismay of everybody who started a bunch of, petitions for Danny DeVito to be the voice of Detective Pikachu based on how the Japanese voice sounded. but it's going to be live action. There have been already pictures taken from the set, and I just want one of the wanted posters, really. A wanted poster for Pokemon that are running around and causing chaos. The police cars look really cool. The police station looks cool. This doesn't take place in any of the major cities that are associated with the games. It takes place in a city called Rhyme City. I'm pretty certain that's the game. That's the city that is the focal point for the Detective Pikachu game. I don't know. I haven't played it yet. I'm debating, but I need money for that. So I did play the demo. The demo is pretty fun. It's a good puzzle style game. So yeah. A Pokemon movie in the works. Rumors for games for the Nintendo Switch. But what does everybody think? What do you think about? What do you think about that? Do you think they chose the smart way to go with a relaunch of Gen 1? Did you think it could have been a better choice for starting game for the first Pokemon game on the Nintendo Switch? The first Pokemon core game on the Nintendo Switch. I can't really say first Pokemon game, considering that Pokken Tournament is on there and it beat it to it. So Pokemon core game being a relaunch of Red, Blue, but more focused on Yellow. The fact that there might be two different options for cartridges to choose, or two different options on the same cartridge. Which one would you prefer? How about the idea that Pokemon Go might also be compatible with it, considering that the title is Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, to give a more adventure feel, more of a walk-around feel, which the Switch allows you to play on the move, much like Pokemon Go does, or the possible cross-trading to bring Pokemon Go Pokemon onto your Pokemon Let's Go. The idea of Pokemon being able to there's a lot of things that this potential game can bring, and we are still clueless about it. But how about the idea that amiibos might be able to be interactable with the new game on the Switch? Or, possibility of costumes being unlocked for either the trainer or the Pokemon based on the amiibo itself. How about, or even talking about, are you going to go see the Detective Pikachu movie on opening day? I feel like I am. Hopefully they'll do a special Pokemon event for that as well. Just like they did with the 20th movie with Pokemon I Choose You, where they gave out Ash Hat Pikachu. So, yeah. So, if you like this, leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, do whatever. I want to hear from y'all. I want to make videos that are more focused on the trainers. I want to hear what you have to say. And as always,